It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hello, welcome. How are we doing? Pop, pop, it's showtime. Yeah, it is. It's Wednesday, hump day edition of the Geno Jones Show. So I come to you live Monday through Friday right here on my YouTube channel. The Geno Jones Show brought to you today by Lockwood Outdoor Advertising, converting cars to cash. And we are all about supporting black businesses. As a matter of fact, Lockwood Outdoor Advertising, it is the only black-owned outdoor digital advertising company here in the state of South Carolina, making history, doing big things. Speaking of big, see your company's name, your product, your service, your goods. See it up in lights on this big, beautiful digital billboard, all right? Reach out to them. Tell them you were watching on the Geno Jones Show. Tell them Geno told you to reach out to them, that you want to promote, market, or advertise your business using their digital platform. All right, it's LockwoodOutdoor.com. LockwoodOutdoor.com. So let's start off today's show. We got some exciting music news. Wow, Swizz Beatz and Timberland, they didn't waste any time. You know, they formed this partnership, signed this deal with the digital company, digital platform Triller. So now the Verzuz brand is owned by Triller, but Swizz and Tim are still got a major piece of the company, along with 43 of the original Verzuz performers. So everybody that performed on Verzuz up until about 2 or 3 weeks ago, it was like 43. You had, of course, you had Jeezy on there, and I think Jeezy and Gucci Mane. Of course, we had Gladys. You had Gladys and Patty. We had Babyface and Teddy Riley. Just some iconic Verzuz battles. You had Jill Scott on there with Erykah Badu. I saw that one in real time. I absolutely love that. Well, get ready. The battle of the 70s and 80s bands, Earth, Wind, and Fire. The pride of the Henry Horner Projects, the west side of Chicago, versus repping Cincinnati, Ohio, the Cincinnati via Teaneck, New Jersey, the Isley Brothers. On lead vocals, we got 79 will be 80 years old on May 21st, a day after my birthday. He'll be 80. I'm talking about Mr. Biggs himself, Mr. Big Ronald Isley, versus 69-year-old Philip Bailey, who still can hit those falsetto notes, still's got that beautiful voice. That is going to be, and guess what? It's going to happen on Easter Sunday, which, by the way, is April 4th this year. Got that? April 4th, Easter Sunday, live on Verzuz, The Battle, the two of the most iconic bands in the history of music, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Reasons, and You Can't Hide Love, and Shining Star, and Devotion, and All About Love, and Serpentine Fire, and September. That's the Way of the World. Man, All About Love. I could go on and on and on. Then, are you kidding? The Isley Brothers? Just the iconic albums. You know, I had Chris Jasper. He was a guest on the show a couple months ago. Go back and binge watch that episode. You got 3+3. You've got The Heat Is On. You've got the one with Between the Sheets. Oh my God. You've got so we got Summer Breeze. Who's That Lady? For the Love of You. Sensuality. Oh my God. Brown Eyed Girl. Hello, it's me. Fight the Power. The Heat Is On. Choosy Lover. Between the Sheets. And He Makes Me Wanna Shout. That is taken way back. The original early Isley Brothers. 'Cause you make me wanna shout. Do it. Put your hands up. Shout. Do it. Shout. I can't remember all the lyrics because the song came out, what, in 58 or 59? Come on, I wasn't even around then. Jeez. Yes, it makes me want to shout to see these shining stars for you to see. What your love can truly, what is it? Shining star for you and me. What your love can truly be. There it is. Come on, get it, G. Shining star for you and me. What your love can truly be. Da-dun. Then it go right. Hearts of fire. Create love, desire. Hey, like your ass is Luther or Patti LaBelle. Yeah, you can't sing either. I hear you. I hear you talking. Then, on Mother's Day weekend, on May 8th, we got SWV, Sisters with Voices, Verzuz Xscape. All the original members of Xscape, including including my girl. No, she is far from a man. Including my girl Candy Burris, Latasha Scott, Tiny. She's done all the original members, plus all the original members of SWV, Sisters with Voices. Taj, Lily. What's my other girl's name? Taj, Lily. I can't even remember it. But anyway, all three. It'll come to me when I'm not thinking about it. Sisters with Voices, Verzuz Xscape. Wow. Who can I run to? Who can I run to? So they remade that song. Originally, the Jones Girls made it, and it's such a sexy song. Who can I run to feel my whatever pain, whatever the lyrics? Who can I run to when I need love? Yeah, that one. And then you got, let's see here. So that's, of course, SWV. And then you've got, no, that was Xscape. And then you got SWV, come on. Right here. Then they had the Human Nature, Michael Jackson remix version of Right Here and Rain. Oh, Xscape did My Little Secret. So all those, like it's going to be the battle of the 90s R&B female groups, super groups. The battle of the, not so much bands because they were really female super groups. So you don't want to miss that. That's going to be happening once again. It's going to be happening on Mother's Day weekend on April 8th, which is a Saturday night. All right, so listen. So day two, going to be a short show today. Day two, I just want to give you an update. So listen, you can see, look, that's the arm. Look at that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Got my COVID-19 shot yesterday. First round of COVID-19 vaccine via Pfizer. I got the Pfizer vaccine. Shout out to my doctor, Dr. Ted Dunn, here in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. It's part of the Charleston Metro, Roper Hospital Health System. Nanetta, his one of the main nurses in the office, and all the ladies that work back in the office for setting me up, getting me in the pocket, getting me ready, or making that phone call, getting it set up for me so I could go and get my COVID-19 vaccine, get that Pfizer vaccine. So listen, this is how it went down. So yesterday morning about 8:15, well, I got there before 8:15, but my allotted time was 8:15, so I probably got there about a little after 8 o'clock, 8:00 somewhere, before 8:05. So it's a drive-through here at the North Charleston Coliseum. It's a venue where they have a lot of major concerts. Mary J. Blige has performed there. They've had a lot of big shows. New Edition, BBD. Let me see, who else did I've seen a lot of great shows there. Okay, so but they've got a new parking structure enclosed. So it's a drive-through. You know, you drive through, you show them your ID, then you pull up and, you fill out your paperwork and whole 9 yards, and they want to make sure that you don't have any symptoms or anything like that. So after you do all that, it's very organized. They had multiple lines, and literally you pull up. I took my blazer off, I took my coat off, and I had my sweater, opened it up, kind of just pushed it down. I got my shot while I was sitting in the car. I literally did not feel it. Now, what you got to understand about me, if this is the first time you're watching, me and needles are no-go. I don't do needles, no way, no how, any kind of way, but I did this needle, all right? That's the one thing, the one fear that I have in this lifetime on this planet. No, not guns, not weapons, but a needle. However, I honestly didn't feel it. As a matter of fact, and not that it hurt because it didn't, but when they put the bandage on, I felt that more than I felt the actual shot. I mean, it was so quick. It wasn't even like a little prick. Because she put the bandage on, and I was like, oh, is that? She said, oh, no, that's the bandage. I said, we done? She said, yeah. I said, hey. So after that, they have an area, basically like a waiting area. So you sit in the car for 15 minutes. If you're having any problems, they have nurses standing by right there. All you have to do, you can blow your horn, or you can just roll your window down and say, hey, listen, I'm having some problems. So they monitor you for at least 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, they let you go on about your business. It was that simple. Look, I know there's still a lot of vaccine hesitancy. Don't be hesitant. No need for anti-vaccine hesitancy. Not at all. What you need to be hesitant about is getting COVID-19. Almost 550,000 Americans have died. Now, you hear those numbers, and after a while, you mentally and emotionally, you become numb, probably, unfortunately. 550, it was 500,000 a month ago, or about a month ago, and then 450,000 before that. And after a while, you hear these numbers, but I don't think enough people stop and process that. Nearly 550,000 Americans have died. Nearly 500,000 Americans have died from one disease in 1 year. That's over 500,000 families. Think about it. Nearly 550,000 families. You've got sons and daughters that are left behind, or maybe grandparents that had sons and daughters, or grandchildren, nieces and nephews, sisters and brothers, aunts and uncles, co-workers and church members and fraternity and sorority sisters and brothers, just neighbors, co-workers, folks that you watch March Madness with, or play basketball with, or get together and watch some of your favorite movies on Lifetime with a bottle of wine, or just girls getting together and kicking it, or maybe going to get your nails done together, getting a pedicure or manicure. All those little things that we do, and you don't necessarily think about them. I mean, you do, but all those things, all those memories, that's all that nearly 550,000 family members have. So please take this thing serious. Black folks in America, I get it. I'm a black man in America. Now, I understand there's a very complicated history when it comes anything between black folks and the United States government historically. And then when you add on, mix in the medical profession, I get it. I know you've heard all the stories about the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. No, they didn't inject black men with syphilis. What happened, there were black men who had contracted syphilis on their own. They invited those black men to take part in a study. They made those black men think that they gave them some type of medicine, but they didn't. They gave them what they call placebos. Basically, it's just like a pill with no medicine in it, because they wanted to see if the human body would develop some type of natural immunity to syphilis, which is crazy, because it won't. It can't. If syphilis goes untreated, it can destroy many organs. You can go blind. It can destroy your brain. So yes, that did happen, but that's not what's happening. And then some people say, well, Geno, man, it's sure. Usually, I thought it takes 10 years to make and develop a vaccine. They made this too quick. No, not exactly. Pfizer and Moderna, the technology, this mRNA technology. Look, I'm not a doctor. I've had Dr. Damon Arnold talk about it, But the bottom line is that there are other diseases in the coronavirus family, SARS, MERS, the Southwest Asian respiratory syndrome, that was SARS. MERS was the Middle Eastern respiratory syndrome. These are all coronaviruses. So a coronavirus has multiple diseases in that family. SARS, MERS. Believe it or not, did you know the common cold? Yes, the common cold is part of the coronavirus family. And so now we got COVID-19. So there's been technology that has existed for 20 years that they have been studying, developing to fight SARS, MERS, and now COVID-19. So the technology has existed. What happened, there was just pharmaceutical companies didn't see any way they could make money off of it. So they didn't bother to, take advantage or mass produce and take advantage of the technology that existed to fight. And in SARS and MERS, it came and it left. But once COVID-19 hit, and you've had nations, countries all around the world that say, look, we need this vaccine. Look, don't worry about this money. We got that. Okay, just give us a routing number and the checking account number. We'll wire transfer the money to your company, but we need this vaccine right here, right now. And to the pharmaceutical companies, in this case, they did the right thing. This time, don't expect that to happen too many more times. That's just that. I'm just being honest about it. That's the exception, not the norm. I got to give credit where credit is due. So the major pharmaceutical companies, because they realize that they themselves, from the CEOs to all the employees, their health is at risk. They can get COVID-19 just like you or I. This COVID-19 coronavirus, it doesn't care about your power, your prestige, your privilege, your race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation. You can be the CEO, you can be homeless and still come down with COVID-19. So the entire planet, all 7 billion of us, are at risk. So the pharmaceutical company said, okay, wait a minute, we better, as my grandfather would say, we better get on the good foot, which means that, listen, we need to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. And let's get together, everybody, and let's come up with some vaccines to fight this insidious virus. So that is my day 2 progress report. See, no head coming out of the sides of my neck. No 2 or 3 heads. I don't look like Medusa. Well, some folks may say, yeah, you do look like Medusa. Well, at least I don't have 2 or 3 heads. I'd be a one-headed Medusa. All right? I'm not growing any horns or tails or tusks. Nothing crazy is going on. Like I said, I feel great. No soreness at all. No fatigue in my arm. Like I said, that's the arm. And if it was really sore, I wouldn't be able to do all that. So please, I can't stress this enough. We gotta, until we can get roughly 75 to 80% of the country vaccinated, we're just not really gonna be able to return to normal fully in a full-blown. Now, some people are already doing it. It's very risky. It's very risky, reckless, dangerous, irresponsible, and it's going to get more people. It's going to get more people killed. That's a different show. That'll be a different commentary for a different show. Please, for your sake, for your health, because this COVID-19, this coronavirus, yeah, you could be an asymptomatic carrier. You could get a mild case, or you could wind up on a ventilator, or you could wind up dead. So, and you just don't know. So why play Russian roulette with your health or the health of someone you love? Maybe a family member. You got a mother or father or grandparent, or maybe with a compromised immune system, maybe COPD, hypertension, diabetes. Maybe you got a child with juvenile diabetes, or maybe God forbid, a child recovering from some type of childhood cancer, and their immune system is compromised because of chemo, or maybe an older relative or a spouse. So do it for yourself. Do it for somebody that you love, and do it for somebody that loves you. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Daily Variety Show right here, right now, live, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 in Chicago, 3:30 in 3:30 in Los Angeles, 4:30 out in Boulder, Colorado. And please lift the families of those 10 victims, those 10 fellow Americans that so tragically lost their lives, senselessly, so senselessly. I talked about that yesterday. Check out yesterday's episode. But we want to lift, for those who believe in the power of prayer and healing and peace of mind, pray that God will give these families and their friends and the community, the city of Boulder, state of Colorado, and really the nation, and really the planet, the peace of mind, the sense of the mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical healing that we need to move forward and to be the best versions of ourselves, and appeal to our better angels and not our worst demons. We can do this. We really can. As my grandfather says, you can do what you want to do when you want to do it bad enough. So let's want to do this. Let's want to heal, help each other heal. God, this last year, 12 months, between COVID-19 and everything we saw, between the outright murder of George Floyd live in front of billions of people, Breonna Taylor, knowing what happened, this woman, black woman sleeping in her home, shot, killed, Ahmaud Arbery. So let's appeal to our better angels, like I said, not our worst demons, and lift all the families of the victims in Boulder, Colorado. Lift them up in prayer. Thank you for watching the Geno Jones Daily Variety Show, brought to you today by Lockwood Outdoor Advertising, converting cars into cash. Huge, beautiful, digital outdoor billboard. Yes. Advertise your product, your good, your service. See your company's name. See your product. See it up in lights for tens of thousands of people that pass by it every day. Whether you're here in the Carolinas or not, you may have an online business. They're very effective, and it is the only African-American owned outdoor digital advertising company here in the state of South Carolina. And like you hear me say all the time, I am all about supporting black businesses, because if we don't support black business, we really can't expect anyone else to. And if we're honest about it, and if we look at the track record of America doesn't have it has a horrible track record when it comes to supporting black businesses. If anything, America's got a great reputation for destroying or allowing other people to destroy black businesses, to burn them down, to tear them down, or to make it hard for black businesses through redlining, and when it comes to the banking industry, insurance, and a lot of other real estate, a lot of other barriers that have been placed in front of black business owners and just black people historically for a couple centuries in America. So for my white brothers and sisters who say, I want to be an ally, or I want to be an accomplice, I really want to help. There you go. You can start off by supporting black businesses. Lockwood Outdoor Advertising. It's LockwoodOutdoor.com. LockwoodOutdoor.com. Thank you for watching. I love you. I really do. Mother, you know I love you. Thank you for watching. Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram. Kel B. Cuttin, KelbeCuttin, Kel B. Cuttin on Instagram. And shout out to Bruce Gage, got me popping my collar, pow. He is the official wardrobe and stylist wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram, Bruce Gage, G-A-G-E, Bruce Gage, G-A-G-E. Also, check him out. Check out Flyball the Store. That's his other business. Flyballthestore.com. All right, until tomorrow, Thursday, one day closer to the weekend. Yes, live right here on my YouTube channel, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, thanks for watching once again, and be blessed.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.